Hi, very good evening, all of you. So today's live session will focus on various FAQs, frequently asked questions, during NEET preparation. So actually, we're supposed to do another case-based discussion, but I wanted to pause it for one session. We'll go ahead from the next session with case-based questions, and also we'll discuss yesterday's homework questions. So three questions which I posed tomorrow in tomorrow's case-based discussion. So in this live session, as you can see the title, frequently asked questions. No matter how many times we discuss several questions which are relevant during one's preparation, it's always important that we brush them up and then refocus and try to strategize our preparation accordingly. So you have any questions related to your preparation, so feel free to post them. And also, I'll be sharing some questions and I'll be providing you some inputs from my side as well. So let me start with this basic first initial question which comes to one's mind when starting preparation or when one aspirant is about to start preparation, that is, can I crack entrance? Or can I crack entrance into college or specialty of my choice? Can I secure first rank in NEET MDS? So we have so many questions before we start anything. And sometimes we are so much lost in these questions that ultimately we feel demotivated by the end. So, what exactly is the answer for this question? Can you, or let me ask you the same, do you think you can crack entrance? Do you think you can secure first rank? Do you think you can secure admission in a specialty of your choice? So, what exactly do you think? Because the answer to this question guides you throughout your preparation. Usually, we are under belief that cracking entrance is something which is not our which is something which is not in our capacity. There has to be some extra or special effort that has to be incorporated in order to do so. But it cannot be farther from truth. Nothing can be farther from truth. In fact, through consistent effort, no matter how much IQ one possesses, no matter how much intelligent a particular candidate is, no matter how skillful he or she is at the work they are doing, through consistent efforts, we can do extraordinary things without any doubt. So, the real question which we should ask ourselves is, are we willing to commit ourselves towards the preparation? Are we ready to commit ourselves towards the task at hand? If yes is the answer to this question, then obviously you can crack entrance, obviously you can enter into a specialty of your choice, then obviously you can secure first rank without any doubt. But as I said, the real question here is, are you willing to commit towards preparation or for that matter towards the task at hand? Usually when any aspirant or candidate starts their preparation, it's on high, loaded with enthusiasm. But as time progresses, looking at several challenges, one obviously feels demotivated, and you're not the one to be blamed entirely. Thanks to the standards of education in our dental colleges, most of the basic subjects, most of the concepts are not taught properly and efficiently, which is very unfortunate. So, learning so many things, that's the reason why I keep on saying that this preparation phase is an opportunity, because for most of us, or almost every one of us, we learn more things during preparation phase than during undergraduation. I mean, it's an unfortunate fact which we need to accept. So this preparation phase is an opportunity to learn so many things. So as we keep learning more and more things, there is a possibility, and obviously most of us tend to feel that we don't know so many things. So that's the reason why we're learning so many things. But that's a pessimistic side of the coin. Look at the optimistic side. When you're learning so many things, you should feel excited. When you're learning so many things, it's an opportunity so that you can apply the same in your post-graduation as well as in the rest of your professional career. So looking at the optimistic side of the coin and moving forward is the only way, is the only direction which we need to choose, rather than feeling pessimistic or bad about not knowing many things. because it's not entirely our fault. It's the system which is, in that way, unfortunately. But it's never too late. So this preparation phase, when you consider this as an opportunity, when you're learning so many things, so with efforts from your side, with consistent efforts from your side, obviously success is going to be yours without any doubt. So it's not about can I crack entrance in first attempt. It's not about can I secure first rank in the upcoming entrance. It's not about can I secure a seat in government dental college or in a specialty of my choice. It's really about can we dedicate ourselves towards the task at hand. When I say dedicate ourselves, it's about consistent efforts from our side. And don't get me wrong when I say consistent efforts. It's not just about spending 10 hours per day for the rest of 1 year. No, it's even machines can't do it. Even they have to be repaired if that's the case. It's not about spending fixed amount of time throughout the year or till the date of exam and then leaving it out. No, consistent efforts. When I mean, even if you spend few hours per day, there can be variations depending upon other situations or factors. But no matter how many hours you spend towards preparation, if you're doing it with a quality in mind, if you're following the active mode of learning, that is referring standard literature, making notes, discussing, getting your doubts or queries solved, if you incorporate activeness into your preparation, and if you're consistent, no matter how many hours you spend, it really doesn't matter as long as you're trying to give your best in those limited hours, depending upon your time availability. If you keep the following factors and if you apply the same throughout your preparation phase, most importantly, consistent efforts also include consistent way of positive thinking. This is something which most of us lack, unfortunately, again, because of so many factors, extrinsic or external factors. We always or often feel demotivated by what's happening, by the marks we secure, by the scores we have. So consistent efforts also mean consistent positive perceptions or perspectives towards preparation. Even if you score low, that's fine. There is still a lot to learn, and let me move forward. So if you have this consistency overall, then if not you, who else is going to crack entrance? It's as simple as that. And as I said, it's not about can you crack entrance in first attempt. It's about can I dedicate myself towards the task at hand. These two questions are interrelated. If yes is the answer for the later question, then yes will be the answer for the former question without any doubt. So this is the starting question with which I wanted to initiate this discussion. Now, please feel free to post as many questions as you wish, and I'll definitely share inputs from my side as well. Yeah, in fact, I wanted to greet you by saying hi, Earthlings, because I'm on International Space Station, so I can clearly see all the lightning and all. Uh, the place where you guys are staying is fantastic. I mean, Earth itself seems to be very beautiful. I think so. So, I mean, you must give me the feedback. Yes, Satvia. Satvia, yes. Hi. I mean, you can join me in space. I have a lot of space here. In fact, there is plenty of space all over. You guys can also join me here. Dentovilla. So please discuss case-based questions. Yes, Dentovilla, I would love to. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. So just keep this, enthusiasm going. I'm glad you asked me about case-based discussion. As I said, we'll go ahead with case-based discussions. Don't worry. So we'll have a case-based discussion tomorrow. So today we'll focus on various FAQs related to your preparation. Feel free to pose as many as you can or as you wish to. Vinito. So for me, I don't want first rank, but maximum according to my hard work, consistency, and constant consistency. I could crack it. That's good, Vinita. So if you get first rank, would you regret getting first rank? I don't think so, right? But it's good to hear that. Many of us dream of first ranks. In fact, Vinita has raised a very important point in the process of posting her comment. It's not just about first rank. I mean, many of us dream for first rank. There is nothing wrong in it. But preparation analysis or preparation output or preparation objective for that matter, it's not just about securing first rank. If that's the only orientation or objective we have, we'll literally cram everything. Maybe we'll have the clinical perspective also, but the orientation or the objectives are very important. Once the entrance is over, I see most of us throwing books, tearing papers, all kinds of nonsense happening, rather than actually understanding the purpose of preparation as such. It's not just about securing ranks, it's about how much we understand and how we are going to apply. Just because one secured a very good rank or first rank doesn't mean that they are going to be successful all throughout the professional career. In fact, that's been proved time and again that ranks and how you succeed in life, actually, there is no such positive correlation at all. At all. Because there are thousands of aspirants giving these entrances. Obviously, only few, you can count on fingers, get are into top 10 or top 100, obviously. So how many do you think are actually being successful in life? So, and what about the rest thousands of aspirants? So others are going to fail without any doubt. In fact, these ranks, because the system is in such a way that it's encouraging marks and ranks, that's fine, but only marks and ranks, which is very bad, without trying to actually meet the objectives. As I said, the preparation objective is not just about securing ranks. It's about understanding concepts, trying to apply it clinically. And obviously, when you have this, you will get better ranks and better grades. But having said that, given the competition we are in, there are 25,000 or 30,000 aspirants taking up NEET entrance. Not everyone is going to get first rank. It doesn't mean that the rest of them are failures except the first rank candidate. No, nothing as that sort. So given the competition, no matter where you are placed in your merit position, in fact, I received a mail from one of our previous students saying that, sir, I'm paraphrasing what the person said. Sir, in spite of a constant motivation, I couldn't secure a good rank from my side because of lack of efforts or whatever the student mentioned, and she or he said that they're feeling very bad. I replied, but my point here is, it doesn't matter even if you get a big rank. It doesn't matter where you stand in merit position, as long as you have a positive perception towards what you're doing, and as long as you're determined to give your best. During plus two, I had a very huge rank, 16,000 after my intermediate. And then I had to go for long term, 5,000. I felt devastated, but it doesn't mean I failed in my career. PG entrance is a different thing. So each and every one of us will have different opportunities. Each and every one of us will have our own time, own success, own customized success. So it's not that only those who secure ranks will be successful. And rank doesn't guarantee success for that matter. Maybe in entrance, we say they are successful, but entrance is only a minuscule challenge or minuscule phase in one's life. In fact, it's nothing. I mean, as you progress, as you move on in your life, you'll realize that this entrance or preparation phase is nothing. There are still many challenges that one needs to face in one's life. I'm not trying to frighten you, but that's how life is. There are so many challenges. And in fact, I've been going through a book and I've come across a beautiful quote which says that when your mind is tensed, or when you're tensed, or when your mind is tensed and worried, everything which you come across will be problematic. And when your mind is okay, right, okay, normal, then every thing which you come across appears as a challenge. And when your mind is relaxed and cool and exuberant, when you feel exuberant, positive, optimistic, enthusiastic, then everything that you come across will appear as an opportunity rather than a problem. So it's all about state of mind ultimately. And no matter where you are placed in a merit position, if you have that positive perception, right perspectives towards life and towards what you're doing, success will be yours without any doubt. Appreciate it for bringing it to my attention, Vinita. And I'm sure you'll definitely give your best. Hi, Amruta. Hi, Vrinda. Very good evening. Hi, Taruna. Ritu, Onam. Hi, Taruna. Feeling good? No. Feeling good to see me in outer space? Even I'm feeling good here. Except the fact that it's a green cloth. So 9 months of hard work can put our life at a different level. We need to be uncomfortable if we have to reach somewhere where everyone doesn't. Yes, Mayank. Good to see your comment, but yeah, I really appreciate your inputs. But let me clarify: just because you're suffering doesn't mean that you're doing the right thing. Smart work is obviously very important. Of course, we need to work hard. There is no doubt in it. Of course, we need to put some efforts. And when you think you're suffering, it means you're doing something which you don't like. So suffering is inevitable in some situations, I agree. But when you're doing something with love, take preparation as such. It can be 9 months, or it can be 10 months, it can be 12 months, or it can be 6 months. It doesn't matter. If you're doing it with love, if you have a passion towards what you're doing, if you know how you wish to and where you wish to be in the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years, you'll no longer consider this as suffering. There are several wonderful quotes saying that suffer now and then enjoy later. Okay, that's fine. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but if you're doing something with love, if you're doing something with passion, then you don't consider this as suffering. Most of the aspirants consider preparation phase as a punishment because they simply don't like it. Most of us simply don't like preparation because we have targets. We have to satisfy not ourselves but our parents, friends, family, others because of these targets of getting good rank, good marks. It's about show off, right? So that's the reason why most of the aspirants hate preparation phase. But let me tell you, if you're enjoying what you're doing, we have seen case-based discussion yesterday about inflammatory bowel disease, various systemic clinical features and oral manifestations. I mean, if you actually enjoy the process, like so many diseases, so many pathologies, their oral implications, vice versa, if you have that perspective of perspective that learning is fun, right, you'll no longer suffer. You'll no longer feel bad for preparing. In fact, you'll enjoy each and every moment. So my point is, you need not really suffer. And just because one is suffering doesn't mean that they're doing it right. Obviously, it means they don't like what they're doing. So my point is very simple. Enjoy what you're doing. Just be passionate about what you're doing. Then obviously success is all yours without any doubt. And success is not something which you achieve when ranks are declared on the day of result. Success is all about experiencing and enjoying each and every moment. Maybe it takes time for some of us to understand, but ultimately, success is not just about reaching a particular destination. Success is not about getting a particular rank or securing a particular seat. Success is all about living in the moment. Unfortunately, we're either lost in the past or in the future. We have these wonderful faculties. Unfortunately, we're using it otherwise. But success is all about living in the moment, enjoying what we're doing without any doubt. Appreciate your comment, Mayank. Yes, Taruna, now I'm not thinking of any ranks of focusing and enjoying the learning. That's wonderful to hear, Taruna. In fact, none of us need to worry about ranks or marks. Eventually, they happen. Eventually, there will be some output. What's the point in worrying about them when we have a lot to do right now? Yes, keep focusing on the task at hand, obviously. You'll get what you deserve without any doubt. Good. Vinita, so that means I would Aim for quality knowledge, enthusiastic journey. But if that happens to be a top score, then I would be happy indeed. But my primary motto is not that. That's good to hear, Vinita. I got your point. I was just trying to pull your leg when I asked you that question. Don't worry. I got your point. Vrunda, sir, I got. Yeah. I got 2728 rank. I'm taking drop. Now I have full time to give this. Only I spent some hours for my recently diagnosed disorder, but in this starting period, I can't study more than 2 to 3 hours per day. Sorry to hear that, Vrunda. Wish you a speedy recovery. Just take care of your health. Taking care of one's health should be one's primary focus and criteria. So, anyways, regarding preparation, as I said, it's not just about spending fixed number of hours per day throughout. Rather, it's about giving our best, irrespective of challenges we are facing. You said you're having some health issues, but still you are able to spend 2 to 3 hours per day, which is a commendable job given the situation you are in. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. Make sure those 2 to 3 hours are qualitative in nature. Try to learn, see what you can learn from that particular context, or then seek your explanation or a particular video, and see if you can make notes, customized notes. Don't worry, you'll definitely do good, and wish you a speedy recovery. Take care of your health. Swami, sir, how to go about preparing a subject completely, whether to start with theory and then solving MCQs or reverse? What would be an effective method, sir? Swami, actually, it has to be customized depending upon the amount of time you have towards preparation. If you are in first year, second year, third year, or even final year, I would suggest you to start with textbooks. If you are either in first year to fourth year, but if you are in internship, or if you have 1 year approximately towards preparation, or if you're starting your preparation now towards upcoming entrance, start a retrograde method of preparation. We've discussed this elaborately previously a number of times. I would definitely recommend you to start with MCQs and then progress towards standard references. So there is a process and way to do it. So I suggest to get back through me for further guidance in this regard. Let me give you a simple example. We take, for example, dental anatomy. Start with MCQs, like we provide topic-wise MCQs, subject MCQs and all. Solve them. And then in the process of going through explanations, you can extrapolate and then extend your preparation towards standard references. Whenever you have any doubt, whenever you need further clarification, or whenever you feel like there is some ambiguity in your understanding of that particular topic. Then comes the standard textbooks, standard references, standard articles, and ultimately during this entire process, notes preparation is very, very important. So retrograde method of preparation would be effective if you're starting your preparation now towards upcoming entrance, because if you start with textbooks, you know how extensive and vast they are. But if you are neither first year or final year, I would recommend you to start with textbooks first, because that's the only opportunity and time you have for going through almost entire textbook literature. Okay, Swami, I hope you got my point. As I said, do get back to mail for further guidance. Ritu. Ritu, I've seen your work in SBS Study Club. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. You posted those, the key to those 3 questions, almost instantaneously in Study Club, which is very impressive. So well done, keep it up. Very true, sir. Learn so many things from you. That's wonderful and amazing to hear, Ritu. I hope you're doing good, and I really appreciate your love and affection. A particular guide, is it enough for government exam or for NEET? Benazir, a guide has to be used only for the designated purpose, that is practicing MCQs. One particular guide is never enough. Or we cannot say that it is enough to complete everything or to complete one's preparation. That would be way too simplistic. You'll be missing out many things. Just because a person is following a particular guide doesn't mean that he or she is going to crack entrance. You can see what's happening from the past several years. 1 or 2 guides would be nonsensical without any doubt. I would definitely recommend our test series, e-classes, study club discussions, assignments, key points, and so on. You can drop a mail, check out all the references or resources which we are providing towards entrance preparation. And coupled with this, even though we're providing courses from our side, in spite of it, I still recommend standard literature, standard textbook references without any doubt. So the courses which we are providing and standard references, I would definitely recommend them towards preparation and not just one particular guide. If you're following it, that's fine, but make sure that it is standard in nature. By how can you do that? By referring, by again cross-checking the standard references, or else you might land yourself in soup. Hi Hadi, I'm fantastic. What does HRU mean? I'm not really from your generation. See, I'm from outer space. I mean, you need to little elaborate things for my ease of understanding. I'm fantastic, Hadi. How are you? Ajay, which subject is most important for MDS preparation? Um, Ajay, as per the information we have in information bulletin released by B, each and every subject has equal weightage. So all subjects are equally important. Having said that, after observing the recent year question papers for the past 2 or 3 years, 2020, 2019, 2021, it's mostly towards the clinical subjects, especially oral path, oral medicine, and also general medicine, general path, more of clinical oriented questions. So I would not dare to say that only one subject is important. Of course, all subjects are equally important, and clinical oriented subjects are even more important comparatively. But having said that, doesn't mean that you can ignore basics. Nowadays, we're having amalgamation of basic and clinical subjects, as you have been seeing in 2020, 2021. And check out my paper discussion videos. You'll have an idea on the pattern of questions that were posed in the recent year exams. So, which is important subject? I would say give equal importance to all the subjects if you want to play the game well. Okay? Ajay, I hope you got my point. Bhumika. What MCQ book should we refer for government exam dental preparation? Our test series is sufficient or suffice, Bhumika. You can just follow our test series, which includes basic level questions as well as advanced case-based questions. And for government exams, we've seen several question papers which are at very basic level. So our test series is sufficient for the same, right? Sandeep. Good evening, Sandeep. How to start MDS coaching? Thank you. Sandeep, drop a mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com. We'll give you all the details and also the procedure to start. And also check out my latest video on how to start preparation. So I would definitely suggest you to start with our schedule. We are launching a new batch, Neo 9, this March. So you can check out the details of our Neo 9 batch for the next 10 months, and you can go ahead with your preparation using the schedule of Neo 9, right? Hi Aisha, oh, very good evening. How are you? You're a little late though? No, you're very late. You're a late comer. Okay, I'm just kidding. Taruna, being connected with you makes us more optimistic. Same here, Taruna. Reciprocal feelings. Same here as well. In fact, the last 35 to 40 days, as I was roaming on the north side, I literally missed you guys. In fact, I wanted to have live sessions, but because of so many constraints, and especially when we were in JNK, we had good internet, but not that quality to actually conduct a live session. But anyways, I too missed all of you, and staying connected with you also helps me stay more motivated and optimistic. Thank you for your love and affection, Tarunda. You're welcome, Brunda. Harita. So during preparation, is it necessary to look its weightage in entrance exam? Of course, yes, Harita. When you're preparing, you should always have weightage in mind without any doubt. And as per the weightage, each and every subject has more or less the same weightage. So that's my point. When I was trying to provide some inputs to Ajay, that's what I mentioned also. Each and every subject is equally important. Given the weightage we have, it's not that you can ignore certain subjects because weightage. Because as I said, all subjects are equally important in the weightage perspective. Swami, I'm post-internship, sir. I'll go with MCQs as you said. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's good to hear, Swami. Sam, you, Swami. Yeah, you can go ahead with MCQs. And also you can check out various courses which we are offering. You can get back through mail. Babita, I'm student of class 10. Hi, Babita. A very good evening. So I'm glad you joined us live, Babita. So you're very lucky. Your generation is very lucky. When I was in class 10, I didn't even have a smartphone. Not that I'm very old or from previous generation, but still there were no smartphones. There were only Nokia basic button phones. But you guys have access, you're accessing even live sessions. That's wonderful. So Babita, let me ask you this question. So which is your favorite subject? Now if you say science, almost all of us will get excited. Okay, which is your favorite subject, Babita? Taruna. So, sir, if one is doing internship, then she should first do MCQs. But, sir, if one has not adequate knowledge about the subject, then how should we be able to do MCQs? Yes, Taruna, that's the reason why we're providing e-classes videos, various assignments, various topic-wise MCQs. Taruna, you should understand the fact that when I say MCQs, it doesn't mean that you're testing your knowledge. Often we are under that assumption. There is no doubt in it. But we can also use MCQs as sources of information. You can learn subject from MCQs as well. So as I said, retrograde method of preparation, you practice an MCQ, you check out the key, check out relevant explanation, and then extend that to standard references. Don't you think you're learning something from that question or the intent behind framing that question? That itself is going to teach you a lot. So you can go ahead with retrograde method of preparation. The reason why I'm trying to highlight this is if you start with textbooks, I mean, how many subjects are you going to cover in this fashion? And how much content are you going to revise in each textbook? Do you think it's possible, practically speaking? So I hope you got my point, Taruna. Taruna, of course, I know HRU stands for how are you? Just because I said from previous generation doesn't mean that I don't know these shortcuts. Even I keep with trend. Okay, I'm just kidding. Vaishnavi, hi Vaishnavi. I'm fantastic. How are you? I'm really glad that you joined us live. So how is life going on? I think I can speak very comfortably in Telugu with you. So, how is everything going on, Vaishnavi? I reckon you're completed your internship or are still extensions going on? Harita, please start MCQ apps for us other than a test series so we can do it in a relaxing time. Harita, did you observe the questions in study club? We've changed the pattern completely. Previously, we used to post questions and Vaishnavi might be knowing. So you guys used to select a particular option and answer it manually. But now, using a Telegram app, we're using that quiz mode where you can select any option, check your answer, and including the explanation right over there. So that's what exactly we've been trying to do using a Telegram study club group. And if you really want practice more MCQs, then we have a test series. So you still want more? That's a very good sign, Harita. Yeah, we'll definitely consider your request. And by the way, Harita, relaxing time in the sense, other than preparation, as far as my understanding is concerned. So in relaxing time, you're supposed to relax, right? So why do you want to continue your preparation? And if yes, you're continuing your preparation, why do you call it relaxing time? Oh, these are just some of my doubts. Sandeep, you're asking me about starting MDS coaching. In that case, you can get back through mail for inputs from my side, Sandeep. Yeah, feel free to get back through mail for my guidance. Aisha, hoping to see more live sessions? Yeah, sure. Okay. Vaishnavi, you're in extensions. My life is going with extensions. It's like I'm doing my internship for 1.5 years. Thanks to this pandemic. Unfortunately, that seems to be the scenario. In fact, Vaishnavi, we had internship only for 6 months. A batch had only 6 months of internship. Okay, guys. So before I conclude, so it's been almost 20-25 minutes. So we'll continue with our case-based discussions from tomorrow. So every day till Friday at 8 p.m. IST, we'll have case-based discussions, and we'll start tomorrow's case-based discussions with the previous homework questions. And before I conclude, as I said, we have several questions in regards to preparation. It's good to have so many questions, but ultimately, where do you think the answer lies? It lies in here. So if you are oriented, if you're positive, if you're optimistic, if you focus on the task at hand, if not you, then who else is going to crack the entrance? If not you, then who else is going to get success? So it's all about, when you break it down, it's all about working hard, coupled with smart work, working consistently, and most importantly, believing in yourself. In this entire process, we are seeing that learning is fun, and preparation phase as such has to be fun. If it is considered as a form of punishment or something which is imposed by others, as I mentioned prior, it's going to be a suffering, and I don't think it's going to get you any success. It's only going to give you more and more pain. But instead, if you see this as an opportunity, it's going to be an amazing experience. And this is something which is very significant, especially when it comes to preparation. I've been interacting with Amrita and others also in regard to this. If you're anticipating bad things, if you're worried about result, if you're constantly terrified about what the result could be, then you will suffer without any doubt. I mean, suffering is right in here. But instead, if you focus on what you have to do now, right now you're attending live sessions, if you're enjoying what you're doing now, if you're attentive, if you're giving your best, if you're alive right in this moment, then most importantly, if you're doing it with love and passion, then that's how you'll succeed. We are missing this very basic point. If you're anticipating bad things, yes, bad things will happen. Just out of anticipation, take my word. However, if you're anticipating good things and if you want good things to happen, right, rather than just hoping for the best, just try to make best out of the available time. So that's my point ultimately, right? It's been wonderful interacting with you. So we'll definitely have more and more live sessions as some of you are requesting. Yes, we'll definitely keep in touch. And also remember, I'm just a mail out. So for any queries or assistance or clarification, always feel free to get back through mail 24/7. Okay. I'll see you again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Case-based discussions, and take care. Good night. Love you all.